how are you feeling about, a couple weeks in, about your understanding of your role, your fit into defensive scheme, and just generally how you fit in this picture?
You don't want to talk about my role in the offensive scheme?
No.
Okay.
Short
and sweet. No, I think that my job is similar to the job it's been on any other team, for me to, alter as many shots as possible, contest shots, make it tough for guys to score in there. Just make them try to change easy shots and, limiting teams to one shot, being a great rebounder, communicating the defense, because a lot of the times we are in the back, so being able to see everything. So.
If last night was a look at kind of what the way Minnesota was to break down, how did it feel? What did you think of how it went?
I think we showed a lot of positive things last night, more than negative, in my opinion. I think we early in the game we had a few more turnovers than what we would have liked, but I think that's just us still learning each other. But I think that our conditioning is getting a lot better. Us being able to make a lot of plays defensively and lead fast break points to be able to get easy baskets in transition. But with Russ, Bron, and AD, with those guys at the helm, I feel like offensively we can create a lot of mismatches and a lot of problems. But defensively is where we're going to be able to thrive, I feel like, and be successful once we catch our rhythm.
DeAndre, obviously we'll see how Frank handles rotations throughout the year, but what do you think you and Dwight and maybe can do in terms of providing different looks at the same time?
Versatility. Dwight is extremely physical in there. Sometimes, he gets picked on, I feel like, a lot. But, I mean, that's just who he's been for the past going on 18 years. So, when he comes in, he's a hard roller, a hard screen setter, super physical, trying to create extra possessions for our team and, just trying to create havoc underneath the basket on both ends of the floor. And then with AD, with him at the 4 or the 5, it's a problem for a ton of defenses. He's able to space the floor and switch on pick and rolls, guards, whoever. The other night he guarded Wiggins for the majority of the game. And then, when we have a big lineup, he's able to, be a playmaker some and create and have force on him, which a lot of the times, he's taller, a little bit more physical, and able to shoot over a lot of those guys. But, I think that will be used the way that the game needs us to be used.
DJ, when you came into the league in 2008, LeBron was a year removed from his first finals appearance. That season was the year he won his first MVP. And fast forward to now, he's still LeBron. So what's it been like playing your entire career with kind of him being, I don't know, is he the standard bearer or what's it been like playing in the NBA, a league with him?
It's been great. I mean, he's played at a high level for a very long time, and not a lot of players are able to do that and be able to win too. So he's been able to do all of those things. He's such a smart player on both ends of the floor. He sees a lot of things before they happen, and he's so selfless, being able to get guys involved. And then when he has to take over a game, he does that. And being a competitor of his for so many years, and now being a teammate of his, it's great to have a guy like that to be able to play with, learn from, and just build with. And you kind of see the impact he has on other players, organizations, and things like that. And now you get to see it up front and not just as a competitor and on TV, whatever you may have. So.
Is there any one statistical achievement that he's done that stands out to you? Maybe for instance, Kobe, you might think, 81 in the game, that's a crazy stat. Is there anything like that he's done that when you think about LeBron's career that?
I mean, just him being able to do everything on the floor. He can go out there and score 50 if he wants. He can get you, 16 rebounds, and he can get you 15 assists. You know what I mean? And a couple steals or a couple key blocks to win a game. So him being able to be all over the floor and have such an impact on different aspects of the game is, I think, incredible.
So preseason is what it is, right? And the games aren't going to matter. But I feel like a lot of guys have talked about the gap between what you guys have seen in the gym in terms of potential and what you're able to show in these preseason games. Was there some frustration with the group, with that gap, and what you guys still feel like you can show in a game environment?
I mean, look, like we're competitors. You know what I mean? Everybody here wants to win, regardless if we're playing preseason games or not. But I mean, we're not gonna panic. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're a new group. I don't know how many new players we have, 11 or whatever. You know, and we're a veteran group, so we're gonna figure it out. But I think that we used, and then also we didn't have a full lineup the entire preseason. Guys played, some minutes, didn't play games, played halves. So we were never able to put it all together. But I feel like in practice we're able to see everybody live, and nobody really takes practices off. So I feel like that's where we get a lot of our learning from, and a lot of our continuity is through our practices, with different lineups, playing 5-on-5, 5-on-0 things, shell defense and things like that. But I feel like every game we've learned something about ourselves as a unit and individually. And, we'll be able to hit our stride throughout the season.
I think we all know that. I think we know that Russ, Ron, Edie are starting. Okay, and Dan too. Have you guys been given any indication on who the other two starters will be? Is that something that you would like to have take place for you?
I mean, would I like that? I mean, I think there'll be games where certain guys are in and out. Like, it's a long season, and a lot of people say that we're an old group, so I'm sure guys will take some rest nights, or, some little unlucky mishap, whatever it may be. But, I mean, I think, when guys get in there, we're going to be able to pick each other up as best as possible. Like, when Dwight comes in for me or vice versa, we're excited for the next person to come in. And I think that's the way it'll be the entire season. But we know who our leaders are and who our dogs are out there. So we just got to be able to be a great supporting cast all around. But as far as starting, we haven't gotten any indication on who is. But whoever's in there, I'm sure they'll do a great job. And then we got the next man up attitude.
So. The first game is Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's in a couple days. So
just checking.
Maybe that's a question for Coach Vogel.
He told us.
Okay, great. I was like, I don't know.
30 minutes before tip-off.
So yeah. He's the one who told us he gave your spot to Dan.
Oh, shit.
They
thought that was funny.